Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my recipe, the most moist carrot cake. So it's spicy and it's moist. It's honestly one of my favorite desserts out there. So a carrot cake is made just like a quick bread, whereby we're going to be using the all-in-one method. For this carrot cake, I'll be using sugar, salt, vanilla essence, 2 eggs, all-purpose flour, milk, cinnamon powder, and baking powder. Once you're done measuring all your ingredients, you can now preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Then after that, you want to prepare your pan. So here I cut and dress my parchment paper, placed on the bottom and the side. So I line the side and at the bottom. After you're done with your pan, you can now start mixing the mixtures. So basically what you want to start doing is you want to wash your carrots, peel and grate them. Use the small pieces of the carrot grater and now measure into a separate bowl once you've grated them. Some people tend to use the whole thing, which is okay, but for consistency, you can measure with your cup like I'm doing here. I'm going to use 2 cups, or you can also measure with grams. So once you measure that, that's actually when I tend to preheat the oven. I'm going to preheat my oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Crack your eggs, add vanilla essence, 5 ml of vanilla essence. Remember, we do that to kill the smell of the egg yolks. So beat that until you see bubbles so that it can combine very well with everything and also for a little bit of aeration. You can either use a whisk or you can just beat the eggs using a spoon or a fork. So after that, guys, once you see bubbles, you just set it aside. And now we're going to mix in our dry ingredients, which is the all-purpose flour. We add cinnamon. We also add the baking powder, and later we're going to add salt. So you're going to mix it first so that the ingredients can combine very nicely. Then after that, you're going to sift it for aeration. So once I mix them up very nicely, I tend to sift them, but I have to add a bit of salt because I'm using unsalted butter. So you sift for aeration and you can do away with the big particles. In a separate bowl, you're going to add in your cooking oil. Remember, you've already set aside your dry ingredients. You're also going to add the beaten eggs into the oil. You're also going to combine it with the sugar and also margarine or butter. In this case, I'm going to use unsalted butter, but you can also use margarine as well. So you're just going to combine them. You can either use a whisk or a hand mixer. So the point of this is just to confine it. Remember, guys, this is an all-in-one method, so you're not looking for the creaming part. So once you combine it, you just have this sort of liquid kind of mixture. Basically, it's going to look like a soup. After that, you want to add in your dry ingredients that you had already sifted. You can actually add all of it or start by doing half as I'm doing. You're also going to add half the milk and you're going to mix up until nice and smooth. So you can either use a hand mixer, a whisk, or even an electric mixer. So you're going to do that for about 2 to 3 minutes until everything is well incorporated. The next thing, you're going to add the remaining dry ingredient. You're also going to add a little bit of milk and you're also going to use maybe a spatula to mix everything, because once you tend to use a hand mixer or an electric mixer, it tends to throw everything off. So you blend until everything is well combined for about 2 to 3 minutes. Here you're not looking for consistency, so you're just going to combine everything together until everything is well mixed. So as you can see, the cake batter is almost ready and it's nice and soft. The final thing that you're going to do is we're going to add in our grated carrots and we're going to mix them up for about a minute. Mix it up until everything is well combined so that you can see pieces of carrots inside your cake batter. So once you've combined it nicely, you can see our cake batter is almost ready. You're also going to take a spatula. You're going to scrape the sides of the bowl and continue mixing until everything is well incorporated. So guys, as you can see, our cake batter is not too runny and it should not be too hard. So once you're done, since we're baking a half kg, I'm going to use a kitchen digital scale and I want it to measure the grams should be around 500 or above 500 a bit. So we're going to pour in our cake batter. Remember, at this point, our oven is already preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. So make sure you scrape the sides of the bowl so that you don't leave most of the cake batter there. So you scrape all of it out. Then you're also going to wipe the excess that is dropping, and you're going to bake the cake for around 40 to 45 minutes depending on your oven. So I advise that you use a internal thermometer so that you can check your temperature. So if you've set your temperatures to be 180 degrees, your thermometer should be reading 180 degrees. So as you can see, my oven is already preheated, and now we are going to put it on the middle rack and we're going to bake it for around 40 to 45 minutes. So guys, at 45 minutes, as you can see, our cake is ready. You can just leave it cool for around 5 minutes, and you can now remove the parchment paper. You can peel it from the sides, and guys, as you can see, our cake is golden brown. And when you insert a skewer, the skewer should come out clean. As you press also the top of the cake, it should look like as if it's bouncing. So this is around after 1 hour or 2 hours of cooling it. I'm going to cut it and we're going to check how the inside looks. But guys, it looks golden brown. So our cake is ready. As you can see, it's moist and not so fluffy because we're using the all-in-one method. So it's a little bit dense, but the cake is so moist. So guys, if you enjoyed my video, welcome back to my channel. And for the returning subscribers, thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. For the returning subscribers, thank you so much. So I hope guys you try this in your kitchen, and until next time, bye.